Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Greenlight Weekend Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Brian Nystrom, and I promise we got something better for you than that fucking Zoom show with Dave. I love David Oakley, but I fucking hate Zoom shows. It's hard to make it good. Your boy got the COVID, so that was our only choice. Especially after I talked so much shit about the whiskey reel, about skipping weeks of episodes, I had to put one out. So that's what you motherfucking got. Okie dokie, okie dokie. We have a sponsor on this week's episode. Just like every week, it is a new year, and we got the same motherfucking sponsor. Our sponsor is Dead Room Comedy. They're a comedy group and production company based in Denver, Colorado. It is comprised of 4 very funny stand-up comedians. They're killing the motherfucking game. If you want to know anything about them, you can click the link in the description below or check them out on any social media platform at Dead Room Comedy. They also have a website, deadroomcomedy.com, and a YouTube channel. And you guessed it, their YouTube channel is Dead Room Comedy. They're fucking killing it. They completed 52 sketches out of 52 weeks of last year. It was one of my favorite things about them. They fucking put out a new sketch every week last year, and they were awesome. The last 4 of the year are all connected. They're very funny, very good. I love Dead Room Comedy. Go check them out. Link is in the description below. Okay, we had a good episode this week. Before we get into it, I got a few things to promote. If you're in the Durango area and you're hungry for comedy, boy, this next week we got some shit for you. We got Monday at the Starlight, every Monday, 8 o'clock, Starlight Lounge. We got Tuesdays at 11th Street, every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. And we got a couple showcases coming up this week. This Friday, the 21st, we got a showcase at 11th Street Station. I believe that is 8 o'clock. We got 4 Tucson comics coming in. And the headliner, of course, is my boy Tony Brune, the blind sensation, Tony Brune. We got 3 other comics on that. Bianca Rodriguez. We got Anthony Jenkins and Drake Belt are all going to be on the show. Your boy's on the show. Jadrien's going to be hosting that 11th Street show. And on the 22nd, we're doing the same motherfucking show at Dolores River Brewery in Dolores, Colorado. It's an hour away. It packs out every fucking month. We sell that bitch out every month. It's going to be awesome. And my new co-host is doing a 30-minute spot at the Starlight at the end of the month, January 31st, Starlight Lounge. Go see your boy. I'm running low on steam, guys. It's getting late. What are you going to do? You can see it's dark in the background. Yeah, went and played Frisbee golf with the lady. Quarantine is interesting. It is a whole thing. But we had a fun episode for you this week. Jadrien was here. We got real deep on this one. We talked about why we love comedy. It started a little less serious and then went into serious pretty quickly, went into a lot of passion. Your boy almost cried a couple times. What are you going to do? I just love Jadrien so much. We talked about killing people, sucking dicks. It was a whole thing. But I hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and stop talking shit and get into this week's episode. Before I forget, I want to give a shout out to Ethan Esparza and the Chava people for the intro, outro music. I love them. They've let us use their music for years. We're 4 years deep on this bitch. So, yeah. Commitment. It's a thing. I'm committed to this. I'm committed to comedy. I'm committed to my girlfriend. That's about it. I love the dog. You know, that's life. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into it. This is episode 167 with my boy, Jadrien Long.
Fuck yeah.
We're back. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
Hello, Green Light Weekend.
Hopefully it's only adults listening to this because I do not filter myself at all.
Oh, dude, I posted a meme on Instagram, and my little sister that I don't really have contact with, like, she liked it, and I was like, no, it's about sucking dick.
Yeah, social media is weird, isn't it?
Like, you're fucking broken. Shit.
Yeah, I have a little sister that kind of fell out of my life. You know, my mom had 3 different husbands, kids with all of them. One of them just happened to beat her, so I don't really like that fucking guy.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that's her dad. So we just don't talk a lot.
No.
And now he's all old, and I just don't want to fuck his old ass up, so I just stay out of it.
Fuck his old ass up.
Stay out of it.
Just gotta push him down on the ground.
He's old as shit now. Yeah. He looks old as shit. I just see pictures, and I'm like...
Tough now, bitch. When are you tough now?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that asshole.
Agreed. Yeah, domestic violence. No good.
The only time you should ever hit your woman is in the bedrooms consensually.
Yeah, or if she's not listening or something. And we're here.
You know, that's it. You just either in the bedroom or when you gotta put her in her place. Yeah.
Who was the guy? James Bond. Sometimes
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just won't let you have the last word.
All right. Fuck yeah, that's a hot start.
Yeah.
That's a good hot start.
I love that he was saying that to a woman as well. But all the edits on YouTube and shit right after that, it's like,
yeah, dude.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Internet's undefeated. Sometimes they're cunts, sometimes they're hilarious.
Yeah. How you feeling, man? You did a good job hosting last night.
Thank you.
At the 11th Street Station, Mike. Every Tuesday.
8 o'clock, baby.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
8 to 8:30, whatever.
Hell
We're gonna play
yeah,
it by
dude.
ear. It's crazy how packed it gets.
Yeah.
Like people just do not adhere to times in this
Yeah,
town.
I don't give a shit.
We're like, things start late. It's because you fuckers show up late. If the room was full, we would have started.
Yeah, every Starlight mic starts at fucking 8:45.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I'm there at fucking 7:15 every time, like a fucking chode, all by myself.
It's called dedication.
Trying to
man.
fucking
dedication.
mean mug somebody so they get the fuck out of my seat.
your special judging seat.
Yeah, it's just where I like to sit.
No, it's a good seat. You got a good view of the audience.
I used to sit in the back, and then people started taking that over, so I was like, okay, I'll sit over here. And now people want to sit there.
That's because you're cool, man. People want to be around you.
It fucking drives me
That's
crazy.
your fucking fault. Stop being so cool.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so cool.
Should
super
be more
cool.
of a piece of shit.
I try.
I know you
But
do.
it makes me
It
feel
just makes
bad.
you more likable, actually.
Everybody's like, you're hilarious. I'm like, no, I fucking hate you.
It's
And they're
because-
like,
It's because everybody that we know has daddy issues.
it's true.
And they're just like, oh, he's disappointed in me. I love him.
Like, he looks like a guy that might smack a bitch for talking out of line. Yeah. Just like my dad.
Just like daddy used to.
Aw, daddy.
Oh, yeah. I love that word.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
In the bedroom?
No. Everywhere else except for the bedroom.
Really?
Yeah, like, just like, I don't know, serving a friend food. Just like, there you go, daddy.
Well, that's sexy. That'll make my dick wiggle a little bit. But in the bedroom, I'm not into it. It's crazy how, like, daddy in the bedroom completely turns me off. Poppy, chingon.
Yeah. What about German Vater?
My dick's scared
Ein
of
Vater.
Germans.
Ein Vater.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of that one.
You shouldn't be. That's okay. We're out here taking swings, man. Out here trying to entertain the people.
Taking them wide swings.
That's where the best jokes come from.
That's
is
true.
Big
No.
swings. Like when I told the homeless wolves joke last night and everybody was like, boo. Just like, you know you like
I
it.
love how you turned it around.
Yeah.
You're just like, actually, it's a pro-homeless people joke.
It is.
The wolves will kill the homeless.
They will. Bitches from California are like, oh, wolves. Have you seen a wolf? They're monsters. There's a reason they're not here.
If you'd like to see the full bit, show up to the open mics.
Yeah. And it's on Instagram. One of the few things
Yeah.
I've put out in the world.
Hell yeah.
Just because it finally went good. I was like, hey guys, look at everybody laughing. Homeless people died.
Yeah, dude.
I love it when the world turns dark.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
It's just
in a
special.
comedy situation. That's what that situation is.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the challenge of hosting because if you make me the host of something, it is now my baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I will take care of it. I will fight for it. I will tell a crowd to go fuck themselves because this is comedy, goddammit.
I loved one of the times that you went up there and you were just like, we're really trying out here. We're really trying our best.
People
you guys
bombed in a row.
You guys are giving us nothing.
Yeah, man. I'll fight for my comics. Everybody.
That actually won them back, surprisingly. I thought they were going to turn even harder after that, but they loosened up because they were just like, oh, this is partially our fault.
Yeah. You're just as important as the people signing up.
Yeah, dude.
When Sean Lubin went up there and just ate a bag of dicks.
That's the first time I've seen him bomb in town.
It was good.
It was great, man.
It was good. We'll see if he comes back.
Oh, he will. He had to go home early to lick his wounds, apparently.
Glutton for punishment. I love it. Fucking love comics.
Yeah, I went over to the Starlight mic after that.
Did
and yeah, they were running super late. I was there until like 12.
Oh, gross.
By the time I actually got on stage, I just didn't care whether or not I did good or not. And I did okay.
Yeah. Something about not giving a fuck really helps.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, let's get through these jokes, you fucks.
That's how I felt at the VFW.
Yeah, but you killed that one. Yeah.
Because I didn't
Yeah,
care.
because you didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, like, I've been noticing recently. I have the line in one of my jokes where I'll tell all you people because you're not real to me right now.
Uh-huh.
The more I've been saying that, the more I've been able to find my flow on stage.
Right, you can speak it into existence.
Yeah, because recently it really has seemed like none of those people are fucking real.
They're not.
It's even easier than just speaking into like the mirror and like trying to go over a set.
Yeah, talking to yourself. That's dark.
Yeah. That's hard.
I don't do it. I do it in the shower. Like, if I can just maintain silence, because I'm a glutton for entertainment. Like, just anything to distract me from what's actually going on in here. But if I can actually maintain silence for a period of time, man, it gets me in the zone. Like, I find this flow. I didn't even tell the jokes I wanted to tell last night. Again.
I mean, you were just rolling on it. I mean,
I had to.
They were giving you a lot, and I felt you started off hot. It was a hot start to the mic.
Agreed.
And then it was that hard left turn into Sean Lubin.
Yeah, I gotta stop saying he's from California. People do not like that.
You just gotta start off with that rustle up your gumption. That's the only way I'm gonna
rustle up some gumption.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna introduce him from now on. Is just rustle up your gumption,
ladies and
Sean
gentlemen.
Lubin.
Sean Lubin.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a hot room.
Oh yeah, no, it was great to have a feel of it. I like that little corner, and I like being able to like see all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a nice little setup. The light was a little wonky.
Yeah, I know.
Let me fuck with that shit a little bit more. Was that Jill's last minute idea?
Everything? Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, she's the driving force behind our comedy scene. She is Durango Comedy as far as a lot of people are concerned.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Whether she wants to do well, whether she puts as much work into it as some of us do, it doesn't matter. As far as Durango is concerned, she's
kind of the face of our scene.
Jill is Durango Comedy.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the shit out of her for it, no matter what happens. Like, luckily, Marcos is he's the owner of the place. Luckily, he's finally seeing the value in us. And
yeah, it is nice to see that people are actually noticing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's partially thanks to Jill. It's also thanks to like Emma and all the work that she's put in at the
100%.
Starlight mic, and just the level of crowds that we've been able to bring in.
Yeah, our little scene of broken individuals we're really turning into something.
Yeah, dude, it's really interesting. It's good. I know I was talking to you about this yesterday, but how like within the next few years, all of us are gonna be gone. And like that kind of scares me for the scene here, because I feel like this is really growing into something like some like weird corner of comedy that I think bigger names are actually going to start like hearing about in the near future.
They have.
Yeah, because it's weird what's happened just within the last 4 or 5 years. Like you really start to see the momentum growing. And it makes me scared whenever all of us leave. Like, who is that going to be like handed down to?
Hopefully people like Mandy. And you know what I mean? Every time somebody catches that bug, it's like we are building the next generation. And right now we're driving on the road that fucking Deadroom Comedy built. You know what I mean? And people like Ryan MC, who is kind of a comic. You know what I mean? But without him, like, the scene wouldn't have built. Without fucking Dan, whatever the fuck his name is, Dan Corman. Without people like that, we wouldn't have what we have. And even the sensitive fucks like Allie Wolf, who you say the word rape on stage, you lost it. She will shit on you. Yeah. She will, you break her little heart. But without those people, we wouldn't have this.
No, we don't have anything. That is a really good point as to how it's gotten to this point. Is there is such an even split of like individuals with like different outtakes and like what they see as their comedy theory or their comedy like ethics,
right?
And what they see, and I feel like it's really developed some healthy writing habits in a lot of the comics in the scene.
Agreed. And everybody feels like their way is the right way, but I feel like our way is the right way. Me and you, funny's funny. I don't care what you say. I don't care. Like, if you can say the N-word and make it funny, send it. I don't care
if you can. That's a hard reach, but if you can do it, it's fucking. I say go for it. I'm probably never.
I will never do it.
I'll never do it.
No.
I'll never ever do it. I don't at all have those kind of like comedy writing chops where I could just drop an N-word.
You got to be black.
Yeah,
just like Robert saying faggot last night. Like,
oh yeah, that was great.
That's the first time we've heard the word faggot at a fucking mic in
fucking
since
forever.
Elliot, maybe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because it's a gay thing you gotta be gay to pull that off.
You gotta be gay.
Or you could maybe say, this guy called me a fat. You could maybe pull that off, but it's gotta be damn good. Just saying that word is such a trigger that it's gotta be fucking bulletproof. And that's what I strive for. I strive to have a joke so good I can say the word faggot in it and people still laugh.
Yeah, dude.
You know, because that's an amazing joke if you can pull it off.
If you can make people relate and not immediately just go right into their shells where they're just like, oh, fuck.
Right. I almost gave Robert the $20 just for saying it because it made me so happy. I never would use it to hurt somebody's feelings or to describe a gay person, but the word makes me so happy just because it's taboo.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's the same as like when you first learned how to swear in general. You were like, bitch.
Yeah. Right.
Cock.
And then it gets so commonplace in your vernacular, you let one slip in front of your parents, and then you get fucked, or a teacher, or something.
I remember the first time I swore in front of my mom. I was listening to a CD, and for some reason, I just spat out a line, and immediately she just reached across and just slapped me in the mouth.
Yeah, as she should. That's a check. You got to know when to use it.
No, it was great. I was like, holy shit. I think that was the first little bit of like corporal punishment that I was just like, all right, no, I understand the message of this. The rest of them were usually for school, and I was just like, man, I just want friends. I don't give a fuck about any of this.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I looked at school as get everything done as quickly as possible, and for whatever reason, I got good grades. I was just good at bullshitting my way through life. Yeah. Like, that's what school taught me, how to. Like, any writing assignment, I'd never read the book. Yeah. And I'd bullshit my way through it. Your boy got a B+. Like,
I passed high school with a D-.
Ooh.
Like, I was just like, give me that diploma, baby. D for diploma.
I missed 80-something classes my second semester of senior year and still had like a B+,
yeah,
A-.
I think the only problem I had was like anatomy, and even the teacher there was just like, all right, just fucking draw me a picture or some shit. I don't know. I'll give you extra credit.
Right.
Put you right at that 60 mark.
Luckily, our anatomy teacher was probably the coolest teacher, so that helped.
Yeah, she was pretty dope. It definitely helped to be kind of like a funny kid in school.
100%.
Yeah, because I there's no way I would have gotten half as many of the breaks as I did on like projects and
because you're so likable.
Homework. Yeah. I wasn't like an asshole. I was just like, sorry.
Yeah, I love it when you could make the teacher laugh, but to set an example, he still had to be like, go out in the fucking hall. Like, you funny little shit. Like, get out of my class.
The best thing is that like in Gallup, just because of the environment that everybody grew up in, it was kind of the thought of like, oh, you kind of just talk shit to everybody, and everybody joins in. And since that was the environment that showed up in the classroom, nobody ever really got sent out.
Nice.
It was just like 20 minutes of like every class where everybody was just bullshitting with the teacher. And it was great. I'm not surprised I didn't learn much.
Right. Yeah, I got sent out constantly. Still had an A. Fucking come at me, son.
Ever had a wet dream?
I don't know.
No. I've forced a wet dream. I woke up from a dream and I was just like, oh fuck, I met this girl. She was so hot. And I was like, all right, I got to get back there. And somehow my little like 14-year-old brain was just like, yeah, we got you, dude.
Nice.
We got you, and went right back into the dream. And I forced myself to stay in that dream until completion. I was like, I'm having a wet dream tonight. I had the determination.
Good for you.
To be like, I'm going to do it.
I tried that a bunch of times because you always wake up right when they touch your dick, or you know what I mean?
Right when you get too excited.
Yeah. I tried a bunch of times. Never went back to it.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of I'm sure you've heard of astral projecting.
Sure.
Have you ever like actually tried to do it?
In a minor way, not in a dedicated way.
Yeah. I've been trying to do it a lot more over the last couple weeks, where I'm like purposely going to bed and being like, I'm gonna dream walk or some shit. And there's only one time that I've been able to like stay in it, and it was when the setup was just like, was the setup for scat sex, like.
The Germans.
Yeah. It was just like, I have diarrhea. You get fucking out of me. And my dream self was like, all right, okay. But once it actually got to the moment, that was somehow like where I snapped and
didn't shit the bed.
Yeah, and I didn't shit the bed, and I was just like, wow, this is too much for me. And in that moment, I just went to like go get a sandwich or like a coffee shop or some shit.
Huh.
And it's weird that was the catalyst for it. That had to be the catalyst for it, because it was just so fucking outlandish and just like so wild that my body didn't freak out. Because every other time that I've done it, I just get too excited. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm doing it. And then I fucking wake myself up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had an awesome dream last night. Right before I woke up. I feel like those are the ones you remember, the ones that happen in the wee hours of the morning.
Oh yeah.
We were in like City Market. Doing comedy. We were doing comedy in City Market, and not where you would expect. Not in the produce aisle, not in a big open space. We're in like aisle 3, like paper towels and shit. And people were just like standing around watching comedy, eating like pieces of rotisserie chicken and shit. It was the weirdest shit.
Dude, that sounds dope as fuck.
It was pretty cool.
I would love to have a grocery store open mic.
That'd be great. Yeah, fucking late night grocery store mic.
Yeah, dude, Walmart at like 12.
Like in the bike aisle.
No, that's a weird fucking crowd.
Dark. I don't think they're laughing at the homeless people died joke. Because you're talking about them.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah, weird. I don't know. The homeless people. It's a weird thing, especially in the winter. It's like it's so weird to me. I kind of get it in the summer. It's fucking perfect here in the summer.
Dude. You can pass out anywhere in the summer.
Yeah.
It'll be fucking perfect.
And if you drive by a local park, you'll see it. Mm-hmm. There's parks I stopped walking my dog at because I would just keep getting approached by homeless people giving me advice on how to make my pit bull bigger. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm all set on your advice. They're like, you got to feed her steak. Like, bitch, do you eat steak ever?
Also, yeah, dude, what kind of budget do you think I have just because I'm not sleeping in the park?
Yeah,
I'm not able to afford steak.
For all you know, I sleep in the next
dog.
park over, motherfucker. Like, I'm not rich.
I mean, that is true. Everybody in Durango looks like half homeless.
It's true. Yeah, and it's almost the more money they have, the more homeless they look.
Yeah, because they don't want to be seen as a target.
That's fair. Well, everybody's Fucking soft.
That's why I dress up. I'm like, notice me. Jump me in the street, please. I'm waiting for a fight.
I can tell that about you. That's why I like you. It's also why I stay on your good side.
Dude, there are so many times that I have the fantasy of like walking down the street and having somebody approach me and just throwing down my jacket and be like, let's go, dude. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I went to WJ after the mic on Monday, and this dude came at me a little hot, and I sized him up immediately, and I was just like, oh yeah, I can fuck this dude up for sure. And I got to my truck, and he came at me a little hot, and before I unlocked it, I was like, all right, might as well talk to this fucking guy. Like, I have a gun in my truck. I don't want any chance of him getting that from me, for one.
Yeah.
And I'm not opening up my fucking, this is my home. Like, basically, my truck is an extension of my home. So protect that first. And he comes at me for money, and he was like insistent. And I literally bought a beer because I've been trying to like not drink a lot.
Yeah, I've been trying to chill.
So I have a beer with me. And that's what kind of got me out of the situation, because he was like, I know you have money. And I was like, dude, I bought a beer. Like, I had a fucking $1 on me. And finally he fucked off and went to the next car. But yeah, those situations make me nervous, but there is that little part inside of me that is like, oh, is tonight the motherfucking night?
Like, if you actually come at me, I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah, I'm going to beat you to death with a beer. Like,
yeah.
Keys in the fingers, I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I will protect myself.
Dude,
at all
I walk
costs.
around with my keys in my fingers all the fucking time.
I bet.
Yeah. Everywhere I go.
Well, you walk a lot too.
Just in my pocket. Just like, I know nobody's actually going to fuck with me because like, no, I'm like a bigger, nobody actually wants to fuck with me.
I maintain you are the biggest threat in the Durango comedy scene. Dave's like, no, Jadrien. I'm like, trust me, Jadrien's crazy.
Pound for pound, best fighter in the comedy scene.
Yeah, dude. Agreed. Yeah, I trained fighting because I'm scared of confrontation, and like, you know, I want to be able to protect
trained
myself.
in fighting because I wanted confrontation.
Right. But the thing about training and fighting is the people that train you are the most unassuming people you've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know who's tough, and that really set into my brain.
Oh, that's great. I remember this like real like scrawny kid. He was still like a year or two older than me. But man, he would just beat my ass all the time, and it was my favorite. He was my favorite person to fight. My favorite people to fight are the ones that will win.
Right. That's what scares me about you. You make me nervous sometimes. I mean, me and you have a good relationship, and you're a friendly motherfucker. Yeah. And since we became friends, I've never been nervous. But when you first came in the scene, I was like, keep an eye on that motherfucker. Like,
well, also oddly enough, that's kind of the way that I handle a lot of things. Is like I'm always kind of chasing that failure. Like when it comes to comedy, I'm always constantly looking forward to the next time that I bomb. When's the next time I'm gonna get humbled, and there's gonna be a couple weeks where like I'm just eating shit.
Makes you better.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And there are only a few things in life where like I feel that passionately about it, and that's how I know those are the things that I want to pursue.
Like fighting homeless people.
Like fighting homeless people.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think about like an open mic where
we fight homeless people?
No, where two comics like go at it, and between each round and like that minute rest, they have to do like a minute joke.
It's like a Skankfest situation, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like
a little Skankfesty.
Seems like something that would happen at Skankfest.
It sounds like fun.
I would love to go to Skankfest, but I feel like that is the most likely comic scenario of getting in a fight. Like,
oh yeah. For sure.
85% dudes.
For sure.
They call themselves the Skanks. Like, fucking savages.
Yeah, I'm sure we've said this before, but there are two types of comics. I know a bunch of other people have said it before, but the ones that got called faggot and the ones that called people faggot, and the people from Skankfest definitely called some people faggot.
Yeah, I got called faggot. I was always
I also got called faggot. Yeah. I was one of those comics.
Yeah, and I feel like that makes me nice because I don't know. I'm doing okay in life compared to a lot of the comics. Like,
I don't think it made you nice. I think you were called faggot because you're nice.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I was scared, dude.
Yeah.
I was straight scared. That's why I started wrestling, because I was fucking tiny, bro. I wrestled at 83 pounds, literally.
God damn.
When I wrestled for the high school when I was in 8th grade, the smallest weight class was 103 pounds. I was 88 pounds and would get ragdolled, bro.
Fuck.
But it made me rowdy.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I could carried you like a suitcase.
I got slammed so many times, like in competition. I literally had refs be like, "You can't slam him. You can't," like protecting my life.
Yeah. Like, no potato sacking. This is some bullshit. You're
Yeah.
gonna break him.
Yeah. And I finally grew a little bit, but even when I was like a junior, I wrestled like 112. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was tiny. And the kid that the ref protected me from when I was in like 8th grade wrestling for the high school, finally when I was like a junior, maybe a sophomore, I got my chance to fuck this kid up, and I fucked him up.
Hell
and
yeah.
God damn it.
Got that
good.
revenge.
It felt
Hell yeah.
so good.
Ooh.
To the point where after the fight, him and like 5 people were like, "Let's go out back." I was like by myself, like, no.
How about no?
The fuck no? I'm not gonna go get stabbed behind Bloomfield High School, bro. Like,
Also, like, come on, man. You lost one. You already won one. Now you lost one. Just swallow your fucking pride. You'll be fine.
but you could tell he saw me and was like licking his lips. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it was
about to
like,
fuck this little white boy up.
Again.
Yeah. And then I whooped his ass.
Lots of sexual tension.
Oh, dude, rock hard every time. Every time.
That was something that happened in my high school, and like I remember that there was this kid, I believe it was middle school wrestling, that got kicked off the team because every single time he would go in there, he would just get rock fucking hard.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
Then he got kicked out, and like everybody made fun of him for it, and I'm sure he killed himself. I'm sure he's not
Or
around.
somebody else. Yeah. There's 2 ways that energy goes.
That's true. Yeah.
Inward or outward.
Yeah. No, he either killed himself or like some chick that he found on the side of the road.
Aw.
Yeah.
I always get sad when you bring a female into it.
That's probably one of the chicks that Sean Lubin lost.
That fucking kid. Just a wild card. Just, yeah. I don't think growing up wealthy is usually very healthy. I think it's a very hard way to raise a properly developed individual. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be some darkness.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad that my childhood wasn't that bad. You know, I came out a little weird.
Yeah.
That's about the best you can hope for.
Yeah, we were poor, bro.
Yeah.
Poor, and I think that's humbling. And
Didn't have enough money to be mean.
exactly. I didn't have enough time. You're worried about other shit. Like,
Yeah.
when you're literally eating like food stamp food and shit, and like that was
like
reality.
a family size of Chef Boyardee.
Makes you
ravioli.
humble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Just some black beans and rice.
Yeah, evaporated milk and shit. Like, that'll humble you. And my parents did the best they could. Whatever. I never went hungry, you know. But I'm grateful for it. And now, I mean, I'm doing okay in life. Like, I'm able to maintain a home and like vehicles and stuff. But it, I think I had a lot of practice being poor, so I'm comfortable swimming in these waters. You know, like I know not to overextend myself. And
Yeah, you weren't the youngest, huh?
mm-mm.
Yeah, I was the youngest in my little family of my 2 older brothers.
Mhm.
So I was always a little bit spoiled.
Nice.
My family did a lot of like heavy budgeting to like do vacations and like get like the one big gift a year for like Christmas or
Yeah,
like
we did
my
that,
birthday. Yeah. But I always felt like I got more than I should have.
Got more than your siblings.
Yeah. I mean, they were already older and they were already adults by the time like it really kind of mattered.
Well, that's why there was money.
Yeah,
because
like-
less kids were in the house.
Yeah, my brother was like 15 when I was born.
Yeah.
So by the time I was like 4 years old, he already had his own job and like he was making his own shit and then making his own young life bad decisions.
Yeah. And your parents were doing better than they were when they had the other kids.
Two
They were
kids-
just older.
2 kids at once.
Yeah. They're just, that's just life. Yeah. My
No.
little sisters were the spoiled ones. Like, my little sister from my mom, like lived with her after, you know, graduating and stuff, and like got pregnant at 19 and like made all these mistakes. I mean, she's doing fine now. She's like got her nursing degree and like she's figured it out. But definitely there was that sympathy didn't exist for me. Like, but I also didn't want it. When I turned 18, I was fucking out. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, dude. I think I spent like probably like 3 or 4 weeks still living with my mom after I turned 18. And then I was like, nope, fuck this. I'm going to go stay on couches for the next 6 years.
Bold.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't that bold. I needed a house.
Yeah.
But I lived in poverty.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when we first moved here, granted, I was on probation. Like, I had these expenses. I'm good. I got one. And I was working at fucking Purgatory making $300 a week. Like, terrible.
Enough to pay rent for
right.
a month. Yeah.
But I remember, like, the first morning I woke up in Durango in our house here. We weren't sure if we could drink the water, you know what I mean? Because it was well water. And I remember, like, I bought 2 gallons of water, and that was what I could afford, was 2 gallons of water. You know what I mean? I was fucking broke. And this was 10 years into being an adult, like, or maybe not quite, but at least 5. Like, I was still just poor.
Yeah, I was buying, like, I think that's one of the reasons why I handled it the way I did, because like I said, I felt like I was always a little bit spoiled. Like, I kind of had like shit like handed to me.
So you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, so I purposely put myself in the other situation to be like, no, I have to learn the other side of life. I remember actually like being at that age and purposely making that conscious decision of like, no, I need to see what it's like to suffer, to have the hardships, because if not, I'm not going to learn anything. Because I knew I wasn't going to school. I knew I wasn't going to do any of that. I knew I didn't like working a job. I didn't know what else I wanted to do, but all I knew was that I had to experience something in life that like that was new, something that wasn't something I was used to.
You humbled yourself.
Yeah. And oddly enough, it's kind of like worked its way back around to where like I've been away from like my family and stuff, and like really like, and really having all those like resources. Like, technically I can still ask them for anything, and every once in a while I will, but really kind of coming back around and finally like getting an apartment. Like, the first apartment I ever had was the one I was living with Trevin at. And then moving into this one now, and like kind of feeling like everything's kind of coming together has been a nice like full circle.
That was the first place you had to live?
Yeah,
as an adult?
That was like my first, like, my name is on the lease.
Right.
And I was like 24. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm going to be, oh shit, how old am I? 26? I'm 26?
Really?
Yeah, I'm 26.
Damn. You're young.
Yeah, I'm going to be 27 this year.
31.
Yeah, dude. Coming right up behind you. I'm going to catch up one day.
I hope so. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, once I break this sobriety, yeah, I'll reach 31 real quick.
You better fucking call me. I'll make sure you get home at the very least. We're gonna do this. Let's
if I ever start drinking again, I'm just gonna follow the same pattern I've been following, like here, with my car now. It's just like I hardly ever use it.
Mm-hmm.
I only ever use it to like really go see my daughter. That's really the only time I'm ever like starting my car and being like, all right, I gotta go.
And you don't see yourself like being drunk to go see your daughter.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm never gonna be drunk and seeing my daughter, because I remember when I was a stay-at-home dad and I was with her. It's boring as fuck, especially when your kid's like that small.
Yeah.
And like you only have like so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're just playing with baby toys and like being like, get up, use your muscles, start walking, talking, do something. But I remember back at that point, I would I'd have a couple glasses of whiskey during the day, and
what's a glass of whiskey?
That's
two fingers. Right.
2 finger.
It's like your ex.
Just 2 fingers.
I never use more than one because I don't want my dick to be disappointing. Go
on. But I think back on that and I'm just like, yeah, I don't ever, because that felt dirty.
Uh-huh.
It felt similar to like whenever you're like doing meth.
Yeah.
It felt like it's just like I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I suck, dude. So I don't think I'll ever like be drunk around my daughter really until
She's old enough to drink or something.
until she's old enough to drink, or at least old enough to like kind of understand like a little bit more of like what's happening.
She's 4.
Yeah, right now she's 4, and she's just like,
you got some time.
Dad smells spicy.
Yeah, dragon breath, baby. Makes Dad feel invincible. Who wants to fly?
Yeah, dude. I've been thinking about like relationships a lot.
Are you still seeing this person?
I wouldn't. I don't even know if we would call it like dating.
You're just fucking sometimes.
Yeah, like we hang out together and like and we'll fuck sometimes. And I think she's really cool. But like there's also like there's also the thought as like a comic and like a father of being like, I have to have a conversation with somebody, and if it ever gets to like a serious point where it's just like, okay, we're calling this something. Like this has a label now, where like I would have to explain to the person like, you come third. You're
For sure.
And it makes it one of those things where like who am I going to be looking for? Because it has to be. I feel like it would have to be someone who's on kind of like that same like, I'm fucking busy. I'm
Agreed.
I'm fucking doing something right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm gonna get driven insane.
Yeah. You can't have somebody that's just relying on you
Yeah.
as their entertainment and their.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already gonna be the shoulder to cry on. You're gonna be all those things no matter what.
Yeah, I'll be all those things, but like you also have friends.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like that's the same for like any relationship, not even just like not even like romantic relationships,
even
but
friends.
even friendships of like sometimes it's just like, hey man, I think you need to maybe either go to somebody else or like maybe sit with your own thoughts alone for a little while, because sometimes it can get to a really unhealthy point, and I'll see that a lot, especially just going around Durango and like kind of watching different friend dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest. That's where I see it the most, because I'm just fucking people watching all the time.
Yeah. You also, not to talk shit on anybody. I love everybody, always, but you are really close with really broken people.
Yeah.
So you have to set these boundaries.
Yeah.
Like
This is true.
most of my closest friends have their own shit going on, to the point where sometimes I'm like, well, I can't find anybody to fucking hang out with. Like everybody's
life is fucking falling apart.
Yeah. No, they're thriving.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the thing. No, my friends are thriving or trying. You know what I mean? They're fucking busy is the point. And there's times where I literally can't find somebody to go play fucking frisbee golf with, and my sad panda ass is up there by myself, just like in the mud.
Yeah,
the headphones in, fucking.
Waiting at the first hole, just be like, can I join you guys? Can I?
I'm definitely not that guy. Yeah.
You're not gonna make some new friends, man.
I mean, I do, but only if it happens organically. I'm insecure.
I mean, what makes that? What would make that like inorganic? Because really, any conscious choice that you have to interact with somebody inherently makes that an organic situation.
Yeah, but everybody's met the person that pushes themselves into situations. And no matter how nice everybody is, they all still know you pushed yourself into that situation, right? Like,
you kind of just shoehorned yourself in there.
If you're like, hey, how you guys doing today? And, and they're like, hey, man, you want to just join us? Like, that's organic. Yeah. Like, I choose to be invited, not to invite myself.
All right, fair enough. I guess I'm always just the person that's just like, hey, how about we open up this fucking circle here? Let's get everybody involved in this.
And yeah, I mean, I've definitely made friends while playing frisbee golf, and just a few days ago, me and Kelly were up there, and, you know, somebody was behind us, and we were like, we'll get the fuck out of the way. And they're like, or, you know, we could all just play together if you guys want. And that's what we ended up doing.
Yeah.
Do you know Leah Orlowski? She used to play guitar at the ranch.
Yeah.
The hot chick?
Yeah.
She just had a kid. And, I mean, she is a friend. You know what I mean? And her significant other is... We've met a couple times. He's kind of a weird dude. He's a little culty. When he looks at you, he looks at your soul, and it's fucked up.
You can see he has piercing eyes.
You can feel it. Yeah,
nice, dude.
But he's the nicest guy ever. But they just had a kid, so we ended up playing some rounds with them. And Kelly, you know, she's pumped on kids and talking to Leah, and I was happy to catch up. She's gonna start playing at the ranch in February. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rancho and the Strader. If anybody's a fan of Leah.
Oh yeah. No, she's a great artist.
She's beautiful voice, beautiful girl, just beautiful person.
Yeah.
Like
fantastic technique. It always got me in the mood whenever she was there and playing before the mics.
This is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
One of my favorite reasons to show up early would be hear a couple songs from Leah, talk to her, maybe help her put her amp in her truck or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
play some pool.
She's a friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Just listen to some good tunes. That's also one of the reasons why I've been going to the Starlight mic. Is because
the music mic.
Yeah, the Starlight music mic on Tuesdays. Go after the comedy open mic because that's when it starts. No.
Yeah, they're having a tough time finding somebody to run that.
Yeah,
I've had 3 different friends run it for like 2 weeks and be like, "Fuck this." Like,
yeah. I'm about to ask Matt. Just like, man, just let me host it. Just
I don't see why not.
Yeah, just let me host that shit because like every other week that I go in there, I'm just like, who the fuck is hosting? I don't know who to talk to about this.
Yeah. Last I heard it was Tyler Reed Smith, but
yeah. And then there's Dylan Dorr.
Was he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He was doing it for a little bit, and then I believe the guy Henry. I think Henry is his name.
Chuck Hank. Charles Henry.
Yeah.
Chuck Hank's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
He's probably the best bass player in town. He's a bad motherfucker. I remember when I was learning bass, James took me to one of his shows and was like, "Watch him. He's a front man and a bass player. Super rare. I love him."
Fuck yeah, he's just got that vibe, dude.
Chuck Hank, baby.
He does got that he's got that swag. He's got that swagger,
He's
dude.
swaggy as shit. Yeah.
You can feel the energy come off of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If anybody needs any graphic design work, he just started a company called Matador Designs.
Damn.
We are going to be working with him in our new company.
Look at that. Maybe new sponsorship? Green Light Weekend? New logo?
Yeah. I mean, I like our logo.
I also like the logo.
Yeah. Do you know Chelsea Rideout? Have you ever heard of her, followed her? She's a badass artist. She does a lot of art for like Bubba and Bubba McComb.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I found out about her, through them. And
Bubba McComb buys Vibe Cop shit.
Vibe Cop. But I'm going to have her do something cool for me and you. She does really sick shit.
Oh, so romantic.
We're gonna have new art. If you stick around. No,
rock hard.
If you stick around. No judgment towards you. But like I said once, it's hard for me to expect anybody else to have the drive and consistency that I do for this, because this is my baby.
This is your baby.
It has been for 4 years, but I would love to have somebody else that is like a consistent co-host, like you have been recently. And but again, I also expect to come third in your life, like this, me, whatever, because your kid is number one, no matter what.
Well, this kind of falls into the comedy category, because podcasting and you know, sketches and any kind of videos like that, just regular stand-up comedy, that all kind of falls into the same field of like, no, this is a part of the industry that I'm hoping to enter into.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's second. It's very high priority.
Good. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Glad to have you, man.
No, I've been wanting to be your co-host for forever.
Yeah.
We're just gonna suck each other's dicks for the. We're just gonna 69 on the table for the rest of the podcast.
That'd be hot. I've talked for years about getting a Presents on You porn.
Yeah. We'll make it a special.
I think we figured it out. Yeah. Pay-per-view, bitch.
Put it on the Patreon.
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Anybody wants to see what my little piece looks like?
The Greenlight Weekend OnlyFans. It's just every week a picture of a new person's clam or ham.
That'd be awesome.
The Hammer Clam Show.
I could be into that. Like, how good of friends are you willing to be with me right now? Come on, Bianca. Let's see that buff. You know what I mean?
What you working with? You got a landing strip? Is it sideways? Is it a plus sign?
I bet it's something. She seems like a meticulous individual with all things.
It's just a fucking lotus flower.
I've always wanted to see what a blind dude's dick looks like. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, it looks great. It's good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a good looking dick.
Nice.
It's got a good looking dick.
Yeah? You and Tony took a piss next to each other, or did you just...
Yeah, it's not like you can see me looking at him.
Right.
Just got to peek right over. Just like, all right, okay.
Just don't breathe. That's what I do when I creep on my girlfriend in her sleep. I'm allowed to do that.
How often do you do that?
Never. Who's got
Never?
the time?
Who's got the
I
time?
know exactly what she looks like. You know what I mean? If I'm going to do anything, I come out, start a fire, and let my hands get nice and cold. And then I go touch her.
Yeah.
It wakes her up quickly.
Yeah.
Then she yells.
good.
I
love that
laugh.
shit.
It's a whole thing.
Every morning.
The dogs get riled up. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are so cute, man. I'm glad that y'all found each other. Do you remember like the moment that you were like, I'm going to be with this person?
Well, when I met her, I kind of had a girlfriend at the time. Well, I wanted a relationship at the time. The girl I was with was super hesitant, which is kind of what drove me in, because I had met Kelly and I was like, holy shit, a hot redhead. What is up? Super rare. Like, she caught my attention immediately, but I was like a little nervous to talk to her because I was seeing somebody, you know what I mean? So I was just like, I'm not even gonna fucking entertain this. And she just kept coming to comedy. She chose me first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then one night, after comedy, Dave talked me into going to Steamworks. We went and had a beer. She was friends with Kat, so she went and we were just talking. And then we went outside and we were talking. I just fucking grabbed her and kissed her, and it was over.
That was the moment where you're just like, all right, I'm making my choice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man.
And then I had to break up with the other girl. I cried, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I went to a mic
You're an emotional dude.
45 minutes after that and talked about it. I think you were there, and I think you laughed at me.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
I'm sure I was drunk as fuck.
It was at the Roost, yeah.
Oh, I missed the Roost mic, man.
Yeah.
The Roost mic was... We were also still, like, all of us in the scene were still, like, super young. Like, all
super fresh. Yeah.
All of the consistent ones, like, we were only on, like, our first year.
Yeah.
Whenever
And
we were doing that shit.
I'm so grateful to Elliot, just watching his example, because he would go to every single mic. He went to the Starlight music mic every week.
That's one of the reasons why I started going to the Starlight, is because I'm just like, well, fucking Elliot is one of
the top comics.
One of the top comics that I've seen come out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he really did everything that he could do to, like, to make that push forward and, like, develop his material and, like, his craft. And, like, that really...
He faked being bi.
Yeah, dude.
That's how much Elliot wanted
That's
to be
how
a
much
comic.
he wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But... I was gonna say I'll put a dick in my mouth. It'll get me further in my
For
career.
comedy. Yeah. I'll do damn near anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put a dick in my mouth probably for less.
Right. Like, any comic would blow Joe Rogan.
I don't know. I feel like he's got a weird dick.
I bet he's got a piece on him.
I bet he's got a fucking...
That's what I hear.
Fucking hog, dude.
I hear he's got a hog, yeah.
He's got a Bud Light can on him.
Yeah, from his good friends, I hear he's got a piece on him. But I'm saying, if you knew you could be like a national headliner, any comic at our level would probably blow
It's like, but all you gotta do...
Yeah.
suck this one dick.
Yeah. Any of them probably would, you know?
Dude.
But I would take it further. I'd blow Tony Hinchcliffe. Like, I would, you know what I mean? I'll take a lesser
I
comment.
put a finger in his ass, play with his balls. I'll go the whole 9 yards,
You
man.
fucking better. Yeah. While you're down there.
I want to make it worth it.
Yeah.
I want to make sure they can book me for 2 shows.
Yeah, that's called fucking manners.
Have you ever had someone stick their finger in your butthole while they're...
I'm not into it.
No?
Mm-mm.
Not your thing?
Mm-mm.
Is it not your thing as in like you tried it once and it was like super weird? Or did you try it multiple times and you were like, yeah, not my thing?
I don't really like anything around my asshole. Tongue, finger. Part of it is probably insecurity based on grooming because it is a disaster. Like, my asshole is a disaster.
You know, I think that constantly because I'm just like, you know what? I think I'd be okay with someone eating my ass. I actually know for sure that would be a good time because it's been a good time before. But like I'm a hairy dude.
Really?
And it is just a goddamn fucking forest down there if I don't keep it on point. Like whenever I feel like I'm really getting to the point to where I'm like really going to be hooking up with somebody regularly, I will shave my entire asshole.
Nice.
Like with a razor, like from the inside out.
How many mistakes happen?
Really get that shit smooth. You only make mistakes a couple times. You gotta learn twice.
All I've nicked is my balls. And it's just it's almost impossible to not nick your balls. Yeah. They're so bumpy.
Yeah. So I think you need to get that checked out. Wrinkly.
Yeah, it looks like a desert that the wind has just ravaged. You know what I mean?
Do you like pull it straight out and like?
Oh, I do the bat wing, and then James taught me the brain for the.
Oh yeah,
for the crease.
Get it real taut.
Yeah, right there where God sewed you up on the crease. You gotta do the brain for that.
Yep.
Because that's where I always get myself. Like the sides are money because I got the bat wing down, bro. Stretch. I feel like I need one more hand. Yeah. Like if I just had the buddy system would be great for shaving my balls.
So I've never said this to anybody.
Perfect. Welcome to the show.
But so whenever I'm thinking about shaving my asshole, I always start with like I'll be in my bed like my legs up in like stirrups.
In your bed?
Like a monster.
I'm a bathroom shaver all day.
Well, this is pre-shave. This is before the bathroom. This is like a pre-ready process. And I get my little trash box or
like a strategy,
whatever trash receptacle I have, and I grab those long ones and I just fucking and I rip them out. There's no feeling. There's no feeling in that area, and I just rip out the long ones.
You
and
think
then
that's trauma-induced?
Catch the stragglers.
You think there's naturally no feeling, or where'd that come from?
I have no idea.
Calluses?
do you have hair on like your taint, like grows into your asshole? I don't know, man. Try pulling a couple of those bad boys. See if there's some pain.
It seems like a lose-lose for your boy.
I don't know, man. I used to cut myself, so like
trauma-induced. I knew it.
Yeah, so pulling a couple asshole hairs isn't really a big deal.
That just makes you feel alive. Yeah. just to check if you're awake.
Oh, you'd be surprised how smooth it gets down there. After I've just been like, it makes a sound, dude. It's like ripping paper.
Glad you shared that with us.
I am not.
Who cares? That's the Instagram clip, by the way. Yeah, I have a Manscaped trimmer.
Yeah.
Ceramic blade.
You know what? I tried to do that. I have to use an actual razor.
Huh.
Every single time I've used like an electric trimmer, even the Manscaped ones, I use Trevin's.
Mm-hmm. You're the worst roommate of all time.
Yeah, dude. Even when I use Trevin's, it'll catch the edge of the ring of my asshole. And it'll nick that shit, and like I already have trouble with my asshole bleeding, so I don't need any kind of like nicks on the outside.
That's yeah. I mean, I have jokes about hemorrhoids because they happen from time to time.
Yeah, dude.
And when I shave my junk, I always hit the taint too.
Yeah, you got.
I I have yet to fucking lift an ass cheek and try to get in there. Mostly because I am positive I'm gonna get about halfway through and be like, I'm done with this.
This is impossible.
Yeah, it's just gonna make me have an itchy ass crack. I can handle itchy balls. That I can deal with.
It's really a special occasion kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
It's really like I gotta be in the mindset where it's just like I'm gonna ask somebody to eat my asshole.
Fancy.
Yeah, and that's a lot of bravery for me.
Some Valentine's Day
so
shit.
yeah, so that doesn't happen very often. Ooh, I might do it for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's coming up, boy.
Shave my asshole. Hopefully I get on a show that night.
Hope so.
Tell everybody about it. See if there are any takers.
That's my move. First time I said I shaved my balls for this, I fucking meant it. I wanted to be like
aerodynamic.
Well, so the time before that in Dolores, it was the Dolores show the first time I said that. The time before that, the 2 times before that, me and you both ate shit. And so that time I was on a showcase. I was one of the featured comics, and I put at least 6 hours of writing into that 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, focused. And like 2 hours before we were going to leave, I was like, I will do anything.
That's exactly what that bombing will do to you.
I will do anything. I will show these people my dick if it makes them laugh.
Yeah,
and if I'm going to do that, I better clean up. You know what I mean?
You were prepared for anything,
wow. Son.
Whoa.
I was willing to die to do good that night.
No, I feel
it meant everything to me. Because if I bombed again, I don't know if I could show my face in that fucking place again.
Yeah, dude, straight up. That's how I felt about the last showcase, because I believe the like 3 before that I'd done like fucking garbage. Actually, I didn't do that bad. I watched a couple videos from the ones that I had recorded, and really they're not that bad. But you know, you always get off stage.
You kill or you bomb.
And
there's no in between.
You're just like, this is bullshit. That sucked. That was garbage.
90% of my sets, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's what keeps that drive going.
It's true.
It's a weird fucking addiction.
Yeah, I felt good last night. I wouldn't say I crushed, like that guy told Jill, apparently.
No, but you flowed. You flowed good.
I mean, it had some low points, but I finished super strong, and I got off feeling like I did my job. You know what I mean? I warmed them up to the best of my abilities. I took some chances.
For sure.
I had jokes fall flat and turned them around, and addressed the crowd. I was just comfortable.
Yeah, dude, you were using all the tools in the comedy arsenal.
And that's rare.
Yeah, dude.
You're not always firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I just changed the fucking spark plugs and everything was fucking truck was running good.
Oh yeah, dude.
That'll all change by Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Next Monday will be completely different.
Yeah,
and the Monday after that as well.
And I don't want necessarily to do that good on Monday, Tuesday, because then I feel like I got a bomb coming. And we got 2 showcases after that, and I don't need that. I don't need that insecurity in the back of my head like you're due.
No, I feel that. I don't think I'll be due until after these showcases.
That's the way to think about it.
Until right after these showcases.
Yeah, we're doing comedy 4 times next week.
Which means that's going to be my 30-minute.
Perfect.
I'm going to bomb on my 30 minutes.
Only if you quit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, only if I quit.
You got the time.
Yeah, I got it.
You got 30 minutes to turn those fucking clowns around. As long as you don't quit.
I'm actually not worried about it at all.
That's the attitude.
Yeah.
It's all the ingredients for a bomb.
Yeah.
No, I'm confident.
I've
Word.
No worries.
Yeah, get in there. I love it when people are confident. Just like, well, this is going to go terrible.
Yeah, dude.
I think you're supposed to be a little insecure. That's where magic comes from.
Yeah. No, I do all that at home. Whenever that's one of the reasons why I like walking, is because like I get to like put myself into that fake mindset, because you really have to like put on the mask. You're going to perform. You have to like give these people a show. So you have to. So I always love taking that time to actually like switch gears and be like, nah, you're the fucking best. You got this. These people don't even fucking know what's fucking coming at them. They have no idea.
That thought never crosses my
And
mind.
I am a good liar to myself. I'm great at lying to myself and making myself believe my own bullshit.
Nice. I'm an insecure fuck. People notice me pacing. You know what I mean? I do it every goddamn show, every set, every mic, I pace, and I'm insecure, but I'm getting ready for war. Like, fuck these people. But I also never confident in myself, in my ability to remember words. And
yours is more like the Viking style of war, where like you're getting like super hyped up. You hear the fucking war drums and you're in the back of your fucking head. You're like
every time, every set. Because I will go fucking insane if I just sit there and wait for it to happen.
I try to go the exact opposite route, where like I'm actively closing my eyes and
you're more of a zen.
Yeah, more of a zen warrior on this battlefield of comedy.
Yeah, I'm like sharpening my axe.
Yeah, it's
fuck these people.
It's whenever the noise gets too loud. Whenever I start to hear those war drums, it is when I start to like freak out and I like get out of myself, and that's when I do bad.
Yeah. I just can't be comfortable before I go up. That's weird. 'Cause I don't believe in being confident in myself. It's just not who I am.
No, you deserve it, man. I mean, you do good work.
Sometimes.
And you're always going to be hard on yourself.
But any given night, I could eat shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm one of the more consistent comics. Night, but I feel like that comes from the insecurity, from the preparation, from feeling like a piece of shit. Because being one of the more consistent comics in this scene means nothing in the scope of things. No. Like, it might make me feel good. People recognize me sometimes and they're like, yeah, you always do good. And it's like, yeah, because I'm a fucking psychopath.
Because I'm fucking trying.
Yeah.
No,
harder than you will ever know.
Dude, the other day I was sitting outside on our porch couch and like bawling, like loud crying.
Just ugly crying.
Yeah, just ugly crying out on the front porch like a goddamn psychopath. Yeah. Just being like, my life is fake. I'm a piece of shit. How dare I even think of like stepping on a stage? Like, it's in those moments where I get all of that bullshit in. I give myself a specific time to be like, all right, that's when you're rough on yourself.
Fair enough.
Because you do need it. You need to smack yourself down a little bit. You can't have just all the fucking sunshine and rainbows in the fucking world. That doesn't make a real person.
Ryan MC. Yeah. That's why he eats shit on stage, because he's never hard enough on himself to try.
No.
I don't know. He's too confident for my liking. And he feels like a fake person when I talk to him.
Yeah, I can't.
And he gets creepy when he's drunk.
I can't get a hold of him. I can't pin him down.
Mm-mm.
I mean, physically, I could pin him down.
100% beat the shit out of that kid. But yeah, he's a weird dude.
Like, he throws me off.
And when he gets drunk, he gets way too touchy for me.
Yeah,
like
I almost don't want to tell him a lot of things because I'm just like, what are you fucking gonna do with this?
No. When I first met, yeah, I've just seen him be like a little creepy. I don't know. He's weird to me. He's a weird person. I don't like it.
No.
And I'm not cutting this out.
I understand like why.
Fight me, Ryan MC.
I understand why initially like he didn't like me. And that's because I was telling shitty jokes, like really bad jokes. but then after a little while of him like starting to be nice to me, I was like, this feels kind of like.
I liked it better the other way.
Yeah, this feels insincere. I liked it more when you didn't like me.
Insincere is the perfect way to describe that individual, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't like it. We should stop talking shit about people by name. But what the fuck is he gonna do?
Yeah, what's gonna happen? He's gonna be more sincere.
Yeah, tell me you don't.
I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I think more people should talk more shit. And actively have other people be like, hey, these people are talking shit about you. Maybe you should evaluate your life.
Yeah. Maybe look within.
Yeah. Like,
we talk more shit about ourselves than anybody.
Yeah, that's what I think all the time. Whenever I actually hear that someone's talking shit about me, it's just like, oh, well, I must have done something to deserve someone to talk shit about me.
You
So-
actually evaluate the situation.
Yeah. Like,
Honestly.
so I better fucking start changing some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or, consciously make the choice of just like, yeah, but I like being an asshole in that way.
That's fine too.
Yeah. But either way, really making that decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I think self-evaluation is extremely important just to be a healthy individual.
Absolutely. Take some time. You gotta meditate with yourself. Even those minutes in the shower. Like you have to have those moments. Otherwise, you're just gonna garble yourself up with distractions.
That's me, man.
Yeah.
I have to fight it because I got these fancy headphones I can put in and just let it play. My favorite comics in the world, talking, having conversations, distracting me, making me laugh. But yeah, I'm constantly fighting to force myself to silence. Just gotta be alone with myself sometimes.
Absolutely.
And the shower is just a easy place to do it.
Yeah.
And it's also, man, for whatever reason, the creative juices, they just flow in the shower for me.
Water activates delta waves.
Really?
Yeah, the delta waves in your brain, and those are the creative wavelengths that your brain emits whenever you're making something.
You talk like somebody that's been doing a lot of psychedelics.
I've done a lot of psychedelics. Actually, most of my belief in like frequencies and shit has come from like learning that I've done while sober. Because what was his name? Nikola Tesla. One of his most famous quotes is, "If you want to understand the universe, think of everything in terms of frequency." And since I heard that, I've always been kind of along the lines of like binaural beats since I was like 15, where it's just like, no, I can change the input, the information settings that I'm getting. I can change the way that my body is receiving those and sending them out into the world. And so I've always been a big fan of actively looking for ways. Like if you're not happy with something, change it. So I'm always looking to have some kind of control, and I know that's to a certain extent that's probably unhealthy. Of like being like, no, I can control everything. I can bend this fucking world to my will. Because sometimes I have a bit of a God complex now that I'm saying it out loud. Where I'm just like, no, I fully believe that I can bend this reality to exactly what I want to see.
I mean, if you don't at least have some of that, you're just the world's bitch. Like,
yeah.
And then you just, you feel sorry for yourself?
Yeah, you're just going to bend over. If I'm going to get fucked, I'm going to jerk off at the same time.
Goddamn right.
If I'm getting double teamed, I'm also going to give myself some pleasure. Yeah. Like what else am I supposed to do? Just fucking
take it.
Just take it.
No, that's a bitch mentality.
No. You got to squeeze their balls while they're coming in.
That's why I like you, Jadrien.
Really grab life by the balls, man.
Yeah. What else you got? Got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, not really. I was gonna ask you if you had any tips on like helping these comics write for the Snowdown event. Because you've been a coach before, and I did not get the opportunity last time because I was working.
Basically, I had people tell me what they think is funny about them or life experiences or whatever they think a joke is, and then I basically made it a joke. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, because you're actively processing, you're actively doing this, like, constantly. Everything you observe, you attempt to make it into a joke.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work, but you're flexing that muscle more than any of these people are going to be. So I wanted to win. I wanted to fucking win. I wanted to beat Callie for once in my goddamn life.
That's why I'm asking for tips, because I'm just like, I want to fucking win.
Yeah.
I want to win this
You
shit.
fucking better want to win. Or don't do it, in my opinion. That's how I look at open mics, too. Oh, you don't want to do good? Why the fuck are you here?
No.
Like, I want to fucking destroy everybody at this.
If I don't, whatever. But my goal is to go up there and fucking kill.
Yeah.
My goal is to go up there and give them the best performance that I can give them.
Every time. I don't care if it's all comics and two strangers, that'll change what I do on stage.
Yeah. Otherwise, what was the point of me even leaving my house?
For sure.
I could have sat at home and talked shit about some TV show and had just as good a time as like if I were to go to a mic and be like, I don't even want to be here.
That's how I feel when these fucks show up and don't sign up. I'm like, why did you leave your house? Like, this is the only reason I'm here.
I drag Brandon.
Oh, do you?
Every single time.
Right.
Because I'm just like, all right, well, because I remember my first year, and that's really the only, like, that's like your grace period for me, is if you're coming to mics and like signing up inconsistently, you kind of get that for like a year before I'm just like, okay, I guess you
Just
don't
write you off.
I guess you don't actually want to like do this.
You're nicer than me. I'm a fucking dick.
Like,
especially when we have
now,
four comics on the list.
Yeah,
it's like you could help us, but you're being selfish
Mm-hmm.
and choosing to sit in your little corner and feel sorry for yourself. You little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you even fucking want to do this? Do you care about this?
No.
Like, because there's a reality. If this keeps happening where there's four fucking comics, we could lose this.
Yeah.
And then you have nowhere to do comedy.
Yep.
Like, do you feel zero responsibility?
Yeah.
I've felt responsibility since day one.
It's such a weird thing that you mentioned responsibility, because I was just talking to Mandy, who just did her first mics this week, and I was talking to her kind of about the comedy philosophy, where like that's one of the reasons why I want to do good. I want to do good because I see my friends doing good, and I feel like I have a responsibility to them to keep up, because I want to keep being on shows with my friends, and I want to keep being able to be in these situations with people that I care about. And when it comes to the crowds, like I feel like I have a responsibility to give them a show, because they don't have to be here.
This is fucking try.
This is a free show. They could leave at any point. And so I have a responsibility to them.
And they may never come back.
Yeah.
Their idea of comedy in Durango could be everybody not giving a shit.
No.
The host bailing at 2 fucking minutes because she's not doing good. You know what I mean? That is a reality. You are setting these standards in the town's head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? At least fucking try.
No.
Who cares if you bomb? Fucking try.
No.
But if you don't try, what the fuck are you here for?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just here to look good? You're here to fucking introduce the next like, what the fuck are you doing here?
No.
That's how I feel.
No, it is a little bit frustrating sometimes. And it's like, all right, but like,
and you can tell I give a shit about it.
but like you're not a first year comic.
Right.
That like you get those first year comic breaks of like, go up, tell one joke, be like, I'm done. You get that in your first year. In your second year, you
doesn't
better,
mean you have my respect.
You better be signing up on more mics, and you better be making it through your time. And you know that just keeps increasing of just like it, you know, you have a responsibility to the show, to the people who are coming, to the other comics. It's actually a lot of weight that ends up that has ended up making me so nervous before shows that I completely shut down and I just fucking bomb, because I'm just like, no, I have a responsibility to all of these people.
But you tried.
Yeah.
You never bail early. You'll sit in it. And it's important to sit in it. Like, I remember like bailing on a set in my first year.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave being like, you know, you're never going to get better doing that. Like, what, you ran out of shit to say?
No.
Like, look around, bitch.
No.
Make something to say. That's what you're here for. That's what you do. I mean, whether you're good at it yet or not, like, if you want to be here, that is what you do. And I guess I look at comedy a lot different than a lot of people. A lot of people are just there to have fun. They just want to sign up every once in a while. And
like, no, this is serious to me.
It's the most serious thing in my whole world.
Yeah, like like I have pretty much one other thing that I care about if I'm not in a relationship, and that's my daughter.
Yeah.
Those are those two things. These are two things in my life that I will literally murder for. If I had the opportunity to have a comfortable life, to give my daughter a comfortable life through comedy, but somebody said I had to murder somebody, I would kill you right now.
Yeah. Point him out.
Yeah, tell me who it is. I will straight up fucking murder them. I'll apologize while I choke the life out of their eyes.
I'm sorry. This is the only way.
This is the only way.
I gotta blow Joe Rogan after this, but after that, I'm fucking in.
Yeah, dude. I know a lot of people like will hear me say stuff like that and like see it as like a joke. Like hear it come out as a joke because it kind of sounds like a joke, but no.
Yeah, I'm trying to convey passion here.
Yeah, I will fucking murder somebody for this. I've never felt that way about anything else in my life besides my daughter.
Not even meth?
No, not even meth.
Just wondering. Seems
meth is pretty great.
Seems like one of those things.
It feels good.
That people will murder for.
Yeah. Not for me. The come down is too much. Come down is way too much on that meth.
That's because you stopped like a pussy.
Yeah, the come down on comedy only lasts a day.
Depends on how bad you bomb. That shit'll sit with you, dog.
That's true. I've had it last all week trying to shake it off until the next mic.
Can't sleep. Girlfriend's trying to talk to you. You're just wallowing in your own fucking
what was
pain.
that?
Yeah. Just thinking about every word you said where you went wrong.
Man.
No, yeah, I feel the same way. It is my true goal in life. Like, and it's the only, like, this sounds dramatic, but, you know, there's so much of my life that I spent, you know, I had a job so I could pay my bills. I didn't give a shit about it. It just was what it was. And when I found something I could do that felt easy enough, that didn't make me want to kill myself, that's why I was in the oil field for so long. Because I literally drove to the woods by myself with my dog, and that was it.
Yeah.
Every day. Like, sure, sometimes you gotta bust out a big wrench and fucking fix something, but that just is what it is. You know what I mean? At least I don't have to deal with customers. I don't have to deal with other people. Like, that was something I could bear.
Yeah.
But when that started getting old and just feeling monotonous and repetitive, and, you know, you're just doing it because everything else seems like it would suck even worse. Like, who cares about moving forward in life? I got my comfortable little bubble and whatever. And then I started comedy. And I shit you not, it gave me something to live for. Like, it gave me a true passion and a true goal in life. You know what I mean?
I mean, you knew me when I was homeless,
Yeah.
and when I was basically just doing comedy, drinking, and working. Like that's exactly what comedy did for me. It gave me a reason to actually wake up in the morning, not just find some place to just fucking gas myself in my car.
Can't wait till your daughter hears this one day.
Yeah, I love her to death, but I was also being real fucking mean to myself, being like, you're a piece of shit. You don't deserve to be a father. You're a shitty dad, just over and over again, just replaying in my head. And you know, it fucking got to me to the point where I'm just like, no, it'd be better if I died. She would have a better life. She wouldn't have to deal with a father who's trying to be a fucking comedian that's throwing his life away or some shit like that. And
the daughter was almost a little too much pressure to, like, whereas comedy, at least it's something that you get to do every week. Everybody understands if you bomb, you have a support system. Like, being responsible for a life.
Yeah.
It's a lot of goddamn pressure.
Yeah. And it became like,
especially at 22.
Yeah. It became partly an escape, but also like an integration. Like, I wasn't just trying to escape from the reality of the responsibility that I had to my daughter, but also tried to turn that responsibility into like a driving force for my comedy. Or just like, no, this is why I'm doing it. Even if I don't make it anywhere, I want my daughter to grow up and learn, like, you have to chase your dreams. You have to find that forward momentum. You have to find this drive within yourself. Otherwise, you will give up. You will lose sight of everything. And you might not give up to the point where, you know, some people like kill themselves. It might just be giving up like people who watch reality TV all day. Like that's also giving up on your fucking life. That's also not having that forward drive to really go out there and look for something that's meant for you. Like, just a lot of people explain it as like the American dream, but like no, it's just the human condition. We get birthed into this world with no fucking idea of what we're going to do, and we all kind of just have to decide it on our own. As pretty much the world is just like, hey, remember, there are things that are so much bigger than you that none of this means anything. And really finding that within you to be like, well, if nothing means anything, the only thing that means something is what I do for me and how I feel.
Yeah, and so many people just seek simple pleasure, like reality TV, like alcohol, like fucking meth.
Yeah.
Just a simple, like, just fuck everything else.
No, it's real easy to drown yourself out, and I know that from experience. Like,
me too.
Like you knew me when I was drunk. I was still me, but I was still like a completely different person. Like,
yeah, you're much more introspective.
No.
Your comedy's way better.
Well, I was always introspective. It's just when I was drunk, I was always telling myself that like my opinion didn't matter. So I wouldn't tell people about it.
Right.
But now I think it's partially that I have just more of the vocabulary to actually express it to other people. Like, no, this is actually how I feel. I took the time to be like, no, these are things that I've written down, and this is how I feel. I have a notebook with things that I have written down.
Yeah.
Of like, no, these are my values. These are my morals. These are the things that I stick by. Because nobody else is going to fucking tell me.
Nobody else has time.
Yeah, nobody else
gives a shit.
Nobody else has time to fucking give a shit about that shit. You have to do it yourself.
Especially if you're not going to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, nobody is going to put time or even value into caring about you if you can't care about yourself.
Yeah, the most that's going to happen is you're going to lead the horse to water. That's the most help you're ever going to get. That's the most help any of us ever get.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a little bit selfish, but I have a hard time even caring about people that aren't willing to drink. Like, you know what I mean? If I don't see you making an effort, you don't get mine. Like, and comedy is one of the biggest examples. Like, I will peer pressure people to sign up because we desperately need it sometimes. We need comics, especially like last night. It's like, this is the second one of these. If we don't put on a fucking show, we might lose this. Like, again.
Yeah.
You know, I care so much about it that I will.
And it's fucking heartbreaking because this is the dream. This is what I want to do. And like, if I lose that, like, what am I going to do with myself?
Yeah.
It's like losing a part of like your being of like who you actually are.
And I knew I needed it, but even like for my quarantine, I was losing my motherfucking mind.
Yeah.
And when I went on stage on Monday, when I got off, I wanted to be like, thank you guys so much. This is the most fun I've had in 10 days. Like, but I didn't because I didn't want to fucking cry. Like, but not really. I mean, kind of. But that's really how I felt. Like, it totally hit reset on everything because, like, when you can't go out in the world and do things and you're literally quarantined, like, you forget what it is to have drive. Like, because you're sick for a few days, you're supposed to do nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. To get better, you're supposed to fucking sit around and watch goddamn Kill Tony all fucking day. And then, but it's easy to fall into that. Like, I am inherently a lazy piece of shit. And if I don't force myself to wake up, go to the gym, and start that fucking motor every day, like, it's so much easier for me to do nothing. Straight
up. That's one of the reasons why I've been waking up early. Like, I don't go and work out because, like, fuck that shit. Right. But like, with just waking up early and like having a cup of tea and like just sitting in the sun like as it's rising and like
doing it intentionally.
Yeah, doing everything with intent is such a major part of kind of keeping myself sane. Because I'm personally of the belief, I hate when you ask somebody like, why did you do that? And they're like, I don't know. No, that's bullshit. Every single person, for everything that they do, they made a conscious choice. You made a conscious choice to make that action. And you know why you did that. You know what your end goal was for.
But you're not even willing to admit it to yourself.
Yeah, but you just want to lie to yourself. and not accept that this is where you're pushing your own life.
Some weak ass shit.
Yeah.
And we've all done it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to do it with booze. It's easy to do it with even something as simple as fucking TV.
Yeah.
The longer I can go in this throughout the day, they're exactly the same thing to me. Booze and TV. The longer I can go through the day before I open a beer or turn on that goddamn TV, the better my day was. The more I accomplished, because once I do it, it's like opening a faucet that doesn't fucking close until I go to sleep. Like,
yeah, that's why I felt so hot last night, is because I only watched TV for like 30 minutes yesterday.
Nice.
The rest of the day I took a nap and like did my laundry and like did everything else I needed to do. But yeah, no, the longer I can go without filling my head with other people's thoughts, the more centered I can be.
And it's just distraction.
No.
An addictive one. It's a damn good distraction.
I mean, there's a reason why every household has one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really good at, or I love podcasts, like, because I am somebody that, like I said, I worked in the fucking woods by myself for 10 years. You can only listen to the radio for so long. The same goddamn songs before you just stop giving a shit. I remember when Phil walked through the door when I lived with Phil, and he was like, have you ever heard of a podcast? I was like, what the fuck is that? That sounds stupid. And he's like, Joe Rogan's got one. You should check it out. He talks about a lot of cool shit. And then I started, and I was like, where the fuck was this my whole life?
Yeah, dude. Talk radio and like those interview shows were my shit.
Yeah, I always loved it.
I didn't even care. Like, I remembered like driving with my mom to like church, and like she'd turn on AM radio, and it'd be some like AM Christian like interview in the morning, but like it didn't matter.
But it's introducing ideas.
But it's introducing ideas, and it's like these two people that are there and like trying to relate with each other and like getting to know each other on like multitudes of levels, just depending on where the conversation goes. And it really is a special medium, the radio show kind of thing, the podcast kind of thing.
Bob and Tom used to be my shit. Me and my dad listened to it every day on the way to school. Like,
yeah, Mark and Brian.
Yeah,
dude,
sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's super hacky to say, but like listening to Joe Rogan did change my life. Like it gave me the thoughts of doing things with intention. I was just floating through life, not thinking about what I ate, if I exercised, how much I drank, just fucking drinking all my discomfort, my sorrows away, and listened to that long enough, and I was like, I think I want to do a fucking podcast. Like, I want to explore this. I think it's an easy way to get going. Then I started that, and then I met motherfucking Dave Oakley. And he was like, yeah, dude, comedy's the best shit ever. Like, we do it. You should just come to one. And I went, and I was like, oh, shit, I could do
like,
this.
This is great.
Like, I always wanted to do it, you know, listening to Rogan and all these comics talk about it's their favorite thing in the world, like the camaraderie, the community, the satisfaction, the bombs, the everything. Like, it was so appealing. And then I found out it was going on in town, and I was like, all right. And I went a couple weeks, and I was, you know, there's nothing like an open mic to give you the confidence. Because you're like, I can do that. Yeah,
you go to a couple of open mics and you're like, oh Jesus, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, and then you get on stage and black out, and then that's when the work starts.
No, for real. I got pretty deep on this one.
Yeah,
I got super deep on this one though.
Yeah, it was effortless.
Yeah, that was great.
And passionate.
A lot of fun.
I hope we spread a little passion to somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I really like talking to you, man.
I like talking to you too,
You're like
Brian.
the best, the best co-host I could ever think of. Just consistently, you improve every episode, in my opinion. Even when we have other guests, like your little insights and your little additions to conversations and your fucking laugh, and like, it's all super awesome, and I love you.
I love you too, Brian.
All right, we're going to get the fuck out of here. Shout out to Jadrien Comedy. We got open mics Monday at 8 at the Starlight, Tuesday at 11th Street. We got 2 showcases next week. The what is it? The 20th and the 21st?
Yes.
Friday, Saturday at 11th Street. We got all the Tucson peeps coming in.
I will be hosting that show.
Fuck yeah.
On Friday at 11th Street.
And
so
then,
come on by for that one.
Yeah, and then we got Saturday in Dolores, Dolores River Brewery, all the Tucson peeps, your boy Jill, Jadrien's hosting at least the mic.
Yeah, I'll be hosting the open mic. Let people know we need more funny people. There are lots of fucking funny people out there. And we need more of you to show up and and love yourselves and be confident so that the crowd can shove you back down again.
All right, we love you guys. Enjoy this song from Ethan Esposa.
Don't forget to tell your friends about my 30 minutes on January 31st.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get that going over at Starlight Lounge. That'll be starting at 8 o'clock on the 31st.
Hell yeah. All right, we love you guys, especially if you're still here. Shout out to Sean Mo.
Yeah, sponsored by Heathen Soaps.
Heathen Soaps. Peace.
Yeah.
Everything with cream cheese, orange juice, break fast. I'm out the door to get the dough, speaking to the masses. Hit the road to do a show, microphone madness. Trip easy, cheap sunglasses, straight passion. My third eye active, watching backpacks lead the show, beeping that shit vocally. Hearing me locally, lyrically, know what I'm supposed to be, and I don't got no fear of me. I'm coming for your brain, homie, coming at you spiritually. Stepped into the game, and I knew that flow was slippery, but check my flow though. Turn the whack news to history. Let them do their thing, instead I put them out their misery. And simply put, just got disconnected. Like my boy Big Money, man, this can't be neglected. Grab the mic and check it, coming up in your direction. Gift that I've been blessed with, this hustle is respected and reckless. Poetic mind on the set list, got the groove to match. Everybody step with it, still haven't fulfilled a whole vision yet. Life right now still so picturesque. I'm knocking every stage until I get a bigger check. Even though I hate money, ready for a bigger step. For the trigger next, somebody coming at your neck. I could've died today. That's why I'm smoking cigarettes and got precision set of skills and imagination, creations, innovating with motivation. I'm chasing my goals, giants that I be racing. I'ma stride through the finish like a 6'5" Jamaican, beating my chest like yeah. What my name is, ink on my chest. What my homie spray painting, summer day smoke skate, PlayStation. He looking down on me and I can't stay patient. I ain't just trying to say shit. Sit back and face this real type. I've been smoking instrumental playlists, chill in the cut. Now these small places I ain't getting love now, man. Fuck being famous, yeah, they tell me it's really hard to make it. They don't understand I love being underestimated. Second guess it and I'll take it that you're undereducated. Anyway, this got me thinking about them old records playing. Why? It's filled with soul and it fills my mind. Tail feather shaking while the rhythm takes flight. What I'm doing wrong, I ain't gonna fake right. I don't get no sleep because the music takes night. Nocturnal life with my basement lights. Just roll some nice, keep my drink on ice. If you don't get it once and you don't hear it twice, moving on this beat right here is out of sight. I'ma stay away. Stay away.